The soft lapping of the Thames against the dock sets a rhythmic backdrop to the life of Thomas, a solitary fisherman who claims his quiet space beneath the towering majesty of Tower Bridge. The gentle sounds of the river intertwine with the distant chatter of tourists, creating a tapestry of life above him. Thomas gazes at the glimmering water, reminiscing about the vibrant city bustling just out of reach, where dreams and ambitions swirl like the current. For years, he has sought solace in fishing, the solitude offering him peace amidst the chaos of modern life. As he prepares his tackle, the air grows tinged with memories of laughter and distant family ties, evoking a deep-seated yearning for a world beyond his own. Tonight, as he casts his line into the darkening waters, a sense of something more beckons beneath the surface, whispering secrets of adventure and forgotten tales yet to be discovered. As dusk settled in, Thomas moved with habitual precision, his hands deftly preparing the fishing gear. The soft thuds of his tackle box echoed against the dock, mingling with the gentle lapping of the Thames. He murmured to himself, recounting each step of his routine, threading the line, checking the bait, and adjusting the reel, all while the city above shifted from the vibrant energy of day to the cool embrace of night. In these quiet moments, his thoughts drifted beyond the river's surface, swirling with dreams of adventure and far-off places he'd only glimpsed in the faded travel books he once cherished. What lay beyond the horizon, beyond the reach of Tower Bridge? As he cast his line into the depths, the lure shimmering for a brief moment against the darkening waters, he felt a pang of longing. Each evening spent here was both a comfort and a reminder of the life he yearned for, yet could never grasp. As the sun began its slow descent, the sky transformed into a canvas of vivid oranges and deep purples, casting a warm glow over the River Thames. Thomas paused, his fishing line still and nearly forgotten, as he marveled at the beauty unfolding above him. The bustling sounds of the city, the laughter of tourists, the blaring of horns, and the distant echo of footsteps began to mingle, creating a vibrant backdrop to his solitary existence. He felt a familiar ache in his heart, a longing for adventure that always seemed just out of reach. In the soft coolness of evening, he found himself lost in thought, reflecting on the choices he had made and the family he had left behind. This life beneath Tower Bridge, though serene, often felt like a gilded cage. A soft sigh escaped his lips as he realized that while the city thrived above, his own dreams remained buried in the depths of his soul. As Thomas settled into the rhythmic peace of twilight, he felt an unusual tug on his fishing line, jolting him from his reverie. The gentle lapping of the Thames transformed into an urgent thrashing, sending ripples across the water's surface. Every fiber of his being was engaged as he gripped the rod with both hands, resisting the instinctual urge to let go. The echo of splashing water filled the air, blending with the distant hum of the city above. Heart racing, he braced himself against the pull, his breaths quickening in a dance of anticipation and dread. Finally, with one last surge of effort, he reeled in what felt like a treasure from a forgotten world, a weathered box, encrusted with barnacles that glistened in the last light of day. A shiver ran down his spine as he admired its peculiar glow, an object seemingly out of a storybook, beckoning him to uncover its secrets. With his heart racing, Thomas steadied his breath, the weight of the world resting on the line in his hands. As he pried the box from the water's depths, it felt as if time had stopped. The ancient container was encrusted with barnacles, its dark wood glistening with moisture, a soft, ethereal glow emanating from the cracks. He could hardly believe his eyes as the creaking sound of the lid echoed in the stillness around him, breaking the river's tranquil surface. With hesitant fingers, he lifted the lid, and a rush of haunting melodies filled the air, wrapping around him like a long-lost memory. Inside, aged parchment maps unfurled, their cryptic symbols illuminating stories of long-forgotten adventures. The whispers of the water beckoned him closer, encouraging him to unravel the secrets concealed within the depths. In that moment, all at once, the thrill of discovery intertwined with a sense of trepidation as the river's voice called him to explore deeper. The ambiance around Thomas shifts as he peers into the ancient box, a sense of wonder sweeping over him. Haunting melodies seem to rise from the depths of the Thames, intertwining with the sound of water lapping gently against the dock. As he carefully unfurls the aged parchment maps, intricate cryptic symbols dance across the surface, hinting at secrets long buried beneath the city. His heart races with the thrill of discovery, each symbol whispering tales of lost treasures and forgotten journeys. The river's surface shimmers with a mysterious glow, as if the water itself is beckoning him closer. Soft, echoing whispers drift through the air, urging him to explore the depths further, to uncover the stories hidden beneath the surface. In that moment, Thomas feels a pull, not just from the tangible treasures before him, but from the very essence of adventure that has eluded him for far too long. The ordinary world above fades, leaving him suspended in possibility. As the haunting whispers wove through the air, Thomas found himself captivated by their allure. They danced in the ripples of the Thames, threading through his thoughts like an incantation, beckoning him to consider the weight of his life's choices. Each murmur spoke of distant shores and adventures untold, a stark contrast to his quiet existence beneath the towering bridge. He could almost taste the salt of sea air and feel the warmth of the sun on his skin, filling him with a longing he struggled to understand. Yet the life he led was one of stability. The familiar rhythm of fishing soothed him. The tension between the longing for adventure and the safety of his routine tightened like a line ready to snap. Thomas's heart raced as he weighed the courage to embrace the unknown against the comfort of his solitary life. Could he find both meaning and thrill beneath the surface of the Thames? The decision weighed heavily on him. As Thomas's thoughts danced with the possibilities, ethereal music enveloped him like a warm embrace, transporting him into a realm of vivid imaginings. He envisioned himself aboard an ancient ship, its sails billowing in a gentle breeze, gliding across azure waves under a starlit sky. The deck creaked meaningfully beneath his feet, resonating with tales of lost sailors and treasures hidden beneath the depths. Suddenly, the air filled with the distant calls of mythical creatures whispering secrets, urging him on as he navigated uncharted waters. He saw golden shores lined with sparkling treasures, each glimmer promising adventures beyond his wildest dreams. The sounds of the city above faded entirely, replaced by the rustle of leaves and the calls of long-forgotten mariners echoing through time. With each breath, he felt the weight of his solitude lifting, replaced by hope and the thrill of possibility. In his heart, a fire ignited, igniting the spark of a dream long buried beneath the routine of his life. As the serene sounds of the Thames enveloped him, Thomas leaned back against the cool stone of Tower Bridge, allowing the whispers of the river to wash over him. He closed his eyes, and suddenly, the voices of past fishermen echoed in his mind, tales of their hopes and failures threading through the currents of water. He envisioned a time when men gathered here, sharing secrets of legendary catches and the bitter taste of loss. Each whisper seemed to share a lesson, urging him to heed their experiences. "Don't chase fortune without purpose," one voice murmured, reminding him of the joy found in simplicity. Thomas felt an undeniable bond with those who had fished these waters before him, their dreams and disappointments reflecting his own longing for something more. In that moment, he realized he wasn't just a solitary man on the river. He was part of a lineage steeped in adventure, a collective journey of discovery waiting to emerge from the depths. As the first drops of rain splattered on the water's surface, Thomas felt a sudden chill in the air, heralding the storm's arrival. The wind howled through the arches of Tower Bridge, growing louder, pulling him into a whirlpool of uncertainty. Thunder cracked, reverberating through the night, drowning out the soothing sounds of the Thames. The calm he had clung to moments before was being ripped away, replaced by a chaotic blend of nature's wrath. His heart raced as waves crashed against the dock, the river now a tempest, threatening to pull him under. With the box still clutched in his hands, he felt the weight of the promise it held. Should he abandon the treasure for the safety of the shore, or dive deeper into the unknown, risking the wrath of the river for answers? In that moment, he stood at a crossroads, the heart of adventure calling him to face the storm. As the storm clouds gathered ominously overhead, Thomas felt a shiver of uncertainty run down his spine. The wind howled, and the once gentle lapping of the Thames grew fierce, whipping against the docks. The crashing waves mirrored his inner turmoil, urging him to weigh the allure of adventure against the safety of his solitary life. Each gust of cold air brought a whisper from the river, intertwining with memories of the family he had left behind and dreams that had faded over the years. He stood at the edge, the box clutched in his hand, hesitating. Doubt swirled like the storm clouds above. But in that whirlwind, he felt the pull of something greater. An invitation to dive deeper, to embrace the unknown. Taking a deep breath, he stepped forward, surrendering to the chaos. In that moment, he could feel the river's heartbeat beneath him, calling him to uncover truths that lay within its depths. As Thomas submerged himself into the cold embrace of the Thames, the water enveloped him like a forgotten memory. The darkness was disorienting, yet oddly comforting, as memories danced before his eyes. He saw his family gathered around a table, laughter spilling forth like sunlight through the clouds. He felt the warmth of their love and the weight of his choices pressing down on him. The murmurs of past fishermen blended with the current, their stories weaving a tapestry of wisdom. They whispered that true treasure lay not in riches, but in the bonds of kinship and the dreams they cherished. As he drifted deeper, the river unveiled visions of his adventurous spirit, the journeys he longed for intertwined with the simple joys of his life. Thomas emerged from the depths, gasping for air, carrying a newfound understanding that the real wealth he sought had always been within him, shimmering just beneath the surface. As Thomas surfaced from the depths of the River Thames, gasping for breath, he felt an unexpected weight lift from his heart. The storm's fury had passed, leaving behind a serene calm, the water now glittering like 1,000 tiny diamonds under the moonlight. In that stillness, he reflected on his journey, not just through the murky waters below, but through the labyrinth of his own mind. Memories of laughter with his family and dreams from his youth swirled around him like the gentle currents. He realized the true treasure had never been gold or glory, but the warmth of connections and the quiet beauty of solitude. Embracing his life beneath Tower Bridge, Thomas felt a sense of completion. He had dived not only into the river, but into himself. As he breathed in the crisp night air, a newfound clarity washed over him, signaling that peace comes from acceptance, stemming from the depths of one's own heart.